Hola, ¿qué tal? Te habla Reina Ramírez. En este video, de seguro ustedes pensarán, Reina, ¿por qué a veces aparece como algo extraño aquí que cubre el menú? Bueno, honestamente, eso pasa. Es porque la computadora, desde que yo la compré, básicamente trajo ese defecto. Pero Jesús me dio una forma de cómo evitar precisamente lo que quieren hacerme creer que es eso. Ya yo tengo, creo que casi 2 años con esta computadora, pero ese no es el tema. Vamos ahora pero voy a pasar el video, está bien, porque va a pasar un cuervo cerca de por aquí, entonces ellos hacen así, te miran por aquí, y a veces por aquí. Tienes que tener 800 ojos. Mejor. Ok, creo que estamos libres. Okay, let's continue. Uh, I said that I will, yo dije que yo iba a hacer estos videos en inglés. So, I will say something in Spanish because I had too many people that follow me in Spanish and I don't want them to go away, you know. So, I have to tell them something. Ok, miren, aunque yo hable en inglés, estos retos les sirven a quien sea. ¿Por qué? Porque realmente la base de hablar en inglés es porque el código en sí está en inglés. Entonces es bueno que yo haga los videos en inglés. Es como, por ejemplo, no sé, cargar una pesa, ¿verdad? Si tú vas a cargar la pesa, es mejor que tú cargues la pesa eh, con una pesa que te sea adecuada para lo que tú requieres. Si tú quieres, no sé, rebajar los brazos, pues entonces tú usas pesas pequeñas y muchas repeticiones. Y si es que tú quieres aumentar los brazos, pues entonces tú usas pesas grandes y haces mayores repeticiones. Eso es una forma simple explicándolo. Yo podría explicarlo de una forma más complicada, pero eso es una forma simple. Lo que quiero dejar dicho es que a la larga, lo que es práctico, no importa en qué idioma se diga, a la larga es práctico. Okay. So, this is a practical thing. I don't need to be worried about what language I am using. I am using actually English, and I am completely sure that I know how to speak English. I may not be maybe a master of English, which I'm not interested in, but I know that I can express myself pretty well. I can say anything I need, and I can have a very huge conversation with a person. And I have gone to hotels. I have gone to another country. I have taken airplanes. I have filled the complete formulary to the consul. You know all those things in English. So uh, and that is not the only thing that I do in English. When you program, you always do it like in English. In my case, I love looking at problems in English. So let's go and make this possible, okay? Let's go and update this website here. And we also have this done. I mean, we have this done. If you are wondering why this is actually being saved or how, uh, it is not actually being saved. It is saved, quote unquote, but it's saved on the cache in Spanish, in the catch. I think that is catch or something like that in English. But it is saved not permanently, but but like uh, temporarily. So, as it is saved temporarily, as more time I have that website open on my browser, which is Google Chrome, that will be possible. But if I close the browser, when I open again the browser, it will ask me, do you want to open uh, the last tasks that you have opened as a window? And I can say yes. And if I say yes, that will be still there. But if I say no, I will lose everything. because that is saved, as I told you, in a temporary space of the memory. But that temporary space actually uh, is not like temporary itself. Actually, the life of a computer have like a limit. Everything on life has a limit. Do you see this water? This is not going out from this how is um I don't remember the name of this in English, but in Spanish I don't like the name, by the way. It's kind of weird. Okay, that's not like the best translation. I know that there is another way of saying it. Um, yes, yes. Look, this one is better. Okay, let's put okay here. Okay, this this container of water. When something contains something, it means that it has limits, and that limits allow us to use it without going out from those limits. And when the saving of something in the memory, like is what is that is called um, hard drive. When you use the space of the hard drive in the hardware of the computer, it means that you are using a little space that in a moment will be overridden. But actually, that override takes some memory that you don't like have perception about. But when you use it, as much you use the temporary memory, as lower become the permanent memory. But it's good to use both of them, the permanent memory and the temporary memory, like in a prudent way. If you do so, that would be amazing, because it's like if you use like a washing machine, something like that. But actually, at the end, I told you everything has a limit. So if you use either the temporary or the permanent memory, at the end it will have an end. Just like the life of ourselves. I will die one day in the future. I don't know when, but I will do it. And I don't want it, and I don't want that day to come. But any one of you want that. I mean, I know that you don't want to die either, but everyone can pass from that moment. Okay, it is the same here in the computer. The computer has like a lifetime, that is that is kind of a limit. Sometimes you can extend it if you use the computer pretty well. For example, in my case, I am very good at it. As much organized you are, as best you erase the things when you need to erase them, as better you use the memory online, but you don't abuse of it. That's why I don't like WordPress and all those things. I prefer websites that are created with with original code, because even though it takes more time, at the end it is easier to modify, easier to rewrite, easier to configure, easier to everything, because the customer can tell you what he wants and you just do it. Okay, we have also this challenge done. And we are gonna go for this one. Let's go to LeetCode now. The name water base doesn't sound bad, but actually I prefer water container for this because this is big. At least for myself, I see it big. Do you see? It's bigger than my face. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's go here to the problems. Okay, sorting three groups. This is a medium problem. As you can see, I have chosen programs that are not easy because not because the people, but because I consider myself that I am not a beginner, and also I have too many things that I can share in medium level more than easy level. Actually, the easy level challenges are like for the one that I like the one that I made first. Do you remember the one that I didn't look anything for real. I just wrote. I saw the challenge and I knew instantly how to solve it. And I put the code. You saw that I wrote it and I run it. It worked. I submitted. It worked, and I beat almost more than 80% of the users because it was easy. So an easy challenge is an easy challenge, but a medium challenge is not an easy challenge. But a medium challenge requires like a better uh, character of yourself. I can't go too far if if it is not necessary. I know that solving problems is not the only thing that I need to be a good developer. To be a good developer, you need a lot of things. But the problem is that sometimes we want to put something that is like this, we want to put it like this. For example, a chess table. A chess table has a chess table has 64 squares, and two of those pieces that are there are the most important. Two of them are almost the same. Two of them are also almost the same, but they are differently because it will depend on the variation that on that moment you take the chess table because it can go from the left to the right, or from the right to the left. And how they determine that? They determine that depending on the way that you played before. In chess.com they do that, and that's good. But what I want to say is that if you analyze that it has some limits, and it does not go further, at the end there will be a moment that you will become a master because you will know that all those things at the end can even be learned and memorized, which is something that I don't like too much. I don't like to memorize too much. There are people that love memorizing things. In my case, I'm not a memorizing person. Why? Because the people that are always memorizing is almost always for bad purposes. They always memorize all those things to do bad things because they are like expecting something different to happen, and then as I know everything, I can do this. That is not good. And it happens the same here in the web programming. When you know the basement, which I can make a course about it, but I have made it, to be honest. I think that is even upload. But when you know the basement, you don't need to worry too much like about so many things like here. Do you see this is the problem 2826. When you analyze that, you say like, for real, there are too many problems that I need to solve to become I don't know, software architecture of development. No, I can bet you that most of the most higher developer are actually a copycats, and I don't like to be a copycat. But as I told you yesterday, when you need to copy and modify, that is not copying itself. If you understand what you copy, but if you don't understand what you copy, that is a problem. It is like math. If you have an exam of math and you copy from a partner that you have on your class, and he says, okay, go copy that, and you copy it. But after you copy it, and if you don't see it and you understand what you copy, and you make some exercise yourself, it won't be like if you did. It will be like if you did nothing, nothing at all. And I don't like that for you, neither for me. So let's go and make this challenge as like we did yesterday, like if it was a job. Okay? You are given an integer and array numbers. Each element in nums is 1, 2, or 3. In each operation, you can remove an element from nums. Return the minimum numbers of operations to make nums non-decreasing. To make nums non-decreasing. Okay, let's go to the explanation. One of the optional solutions is to remove num0, num2, and num3. Num0, num2, and num0, num2, and num3. And that will be, this is a output. Okay. Okay, I think that I got it. Okay, let's see. In each of them, you can remove an element from nums. So in this case, we're also going to use a loop. I don't like the loops, as I told you, but they are necessary. Almost too many of the kind of this kind of problems, you need at least one or two loops. Uh, when they go from medium to hard, you will like always need at least one or two loops, and that is not like if you are going to die because of it. No, remember that I told you like in 3 videos before that you have to remember that a loop on the computer stays on the computer. It is not going to go further from it. Okay, computer is that is here, and outside it's outside, and a bedroom is a bedroom. So you don't need anything else. Okay, let's see here. They say this. Okay, okay. As I can see, as I can see, this is not like a very difficult problem, but the hint explain it better. To be honest, I am not like I don't know how to explain that. A scientific reader. I am a simple reader. I love when I read something and it's simple. When it is too complicated to find out the point on something, I don't guilt myself because of that. You know why? Because when I write something, a book or something like, it can be the most difficult thing, and you will see that I will explain it easy, but in an easy way that you will like for real. Just look for my books on Wattpad, and you will check and make sure about it. So here you can see hint number one. Okay, hint number one said the parent asked to change the array norms to make it sorted. Okay, okay. Example. This is E dot A is like example in a short way. All the firsts are on the left of the seconds, and all the seconds are on the left of thirds. Thirds. To be honest, this is starting just kind of in the same way like we did in the other challenge we had before. But let's see the hint number two. We can try all the possibilities to make nums in this range in 0, I, to 0 and ig, to 1 and j n to 2. Um, to be honest, I didn't get that. Let me see again. We can try all the possibilities to make nums in this range. Oh yeah, I got it. This is just a loop inside of a loop, which is something that I don't like, but they are proposing like a way to solve the problem. They are saying that that's a way to solve the problem. But I remember that at time I was in a job, and and I was having a sort kind of a problem similar to this one. It was huge. It was a very huge problem. But when I saw it, I said I said like um this is uh this is kind of a problem that will need two 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 cycles, one inside of another. And I try to make it, and I kind of get it. But I called a partner that was more experienced with those kind of things that are, solving problems. And I told him the problem. I told him, look, I need to do this, and this. And he started trying, and he did it. At the end, he did it with two uh, cycles, if I am not wrong. And he did exactly what I asked him. But he learned what I wanted him to learn. He didn't use a loop inside of a loop. He made a loop and then another loop, and then above that he made another logic that worked with those loops, and it worked perfectly. You know when something worked perfectly, it worked like that perfectly. And I like that because when you use a loop inside of a loop, you are forcing the memory, not which is not the hard drive. The memory is another thing. Let's go and read the hint number three, just for the curiosity. Count the changes we need for each possibility by comparing the expected and original values. And to be honest, here it says everything. To be honest. To be honest, here says everything. But to be honest, also, I'm going to look for the solutions. You know why? Because this problem also is going to take more than what is actually they trying to explain. Look, count the changes, which is what it means that we're going to make a loop that is going to count every change, okay? For each possibility, for each possibility, by comparing expected and original values. So we will have a loop, and then inside of that loop, we will have a conditional that will be in another loop, and that conditional will compare the expected values with the original values. of each index. And after that, we're going to return that. That's it. That's the problem. To be honest, that's the problem. But as I told you, I am like, when I do that, I don't know why. It is kind of like anxious. It is not like if I was lying or something like that. That's old school. So let's go here. Let's see. I'm going to go directly here. You know why? Because I know that this problem is uh is 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 going to take time, but actually it's not difficult. For me, as you could see, I could explain it. I explained it, and what I said is exactly like that. You will see it. I can even do this here. I can look for example, uh, let's see, what is JavaScript? I can even use TypeScript if I would, if I mean, if I need, I have wrote a lot of TypeScript code, and for me, TypeScript is like funny, because it has a lot of standards and it makes it and it forces you to write good code, and I like that to be honest. Look, just what I told you. He used a loop, which is a for, and then he used a while loop, and inside of that while loop, what it is? A conditional. Look, this is the conditional, and that conditional is comparing exactly what I told you. What is being counted from indices with the target, and if it is in the middle, then it is going to add it or something like it. Let me see, like mid plus one. Yes, it is going to add it, but it's going to add one. Do you know why? Because there, as you're counting the index is always with one number less. But the middle, as you can see, is what is being taken as the index. So the stack is an array, and the array is being let me see. A stack. I can even take this code and put it on Visual Studio Code. Okay, let's see. What is the name of this? Okay. Okay, look. Sorry. We're just gonna take this and we're gonna put it here instead of making this one. Uh-oh, sorry. Instead of making this one, oops, we're gonna copy that and we're gonna change the name here, and we're gonna use sorting tree groups, which is something that I'm not sure if it is created there. No, to be honest, it is not. And I'm going just to copy here this code. Um, yes, it's going to work. So I'm going to open another window of Visual Studio Code, and in here I am going to open a folder. Let's see. There we go. And there we have it. Okay. And as you can see, I even have a problem here that I used to solve before, but I am not going to use that. I am going to create a new file that is going to be an index, and that index is going to be like that. Lead code. Okay, and here um, I am going to make the script, and that will be executed, but with the name that is corresponding to it. And that's it. By now, that's okay. Hi, this is a problem solving console shooter. And now let's go here. Um, and on the index is going to be that, if I'm not wrong. I have to execute the. Okay, here, hi, this is a problem solving console shooter. To be honest, I can make it prettier, For example, I don't know. Swatch. I learned that from Brad Traversy Media. He's very good on making tutorials, about boot swatch and those things. He also taught me about. He was the first one in teaching me how to make connections to an API. I even created by that time my first uh, shopping shopping like website, completely working with code. I mean, and fire. What is the name of that? There's a no SQL fire. The problem is that the shopping Firebase, yes, Firebase. The shopping website that I created was called Fire 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 I don't know, Fire something. And to be honest, it looked very well. When something looks amazing, I make it myself from zero. Many could say that I don't do the things from scratch. I do them from scratch. Almost always, I do them from scratch. And let's go here and just choose one here. And by the way, if I use Bootstrap, it's because sometimes if I don't need, I feel that I don't need like to complicate myself too much. It's not like um even healthy, what, what is the purpose of making a lot of code that is kind of made jet? I mean, there is no um okay, let's see. Now you can see that it looks better, and I can even go here and go for the preview, and and take some things from here. For example, I don't know. Tutum, tutum. Yes, this an alert. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna use this one here. Um, I copy that, and what I'm going to do is that if the codes work, I am going to put that alert on there. But I'm not gonna put it automatically because my purpose now here is not developing, is solving the problem. Okay, so let's go to the website again, and now here I'm going to put that just like if it was like I don't know a calcomany or something like that, just by the moment. And let's see. Okay, it is amazing. But now I'm going to make a container and I'm going to make a style. I'm going to put a width 900 and margin left auto, margin right auto, and that's it. Okay, sorry. And let's go here and width, margin left, margin right. Apparently it's missing something here. Maybe I don't know. Maybe to refresh with the cache or something like that. It is look. It is called cache. Everything cache. I don't know in English. Let me see. This here the container is taking the yes, but it's not taking the width. Why? I don't know. Okay, I got it. I got it. I have to put display block. If you ask me where did I learn the basics, I learned it a lot of time ago with Jesus Conde. Jesus Conde. He was a man, and he is a man. He's still making tutorials, and he was, how can I say, he was a very, very, very huge, deeper uh, teacher. I mean, he knew like things that were incredible for the time that I was learning. I knew how to use the website console the in a way that in almost any tutorial on YouTube you will be able to see. So I that was like an opportunity that I got, and even for that was not only because of that, because I learned also with Rafael Tudori about uh, website and graphic designer. I took the graphic designer things that he chose, and he also chose about website designing, and I learned a lot from them. And after that, I learned from John Danny. Then I learned from another person, Brian Traversy, then another person, another, and Edwin Diaz, and all those things. So let's go here and make this possible. Just let's see if the console throws the problem solved. It is not this one, it's this one. Okay. Minimum operations. Okay, this is the problem, and this is what is the input? The input is what you get. So they he here give you an input as an example. So I am going to execute the function, sorry, and I am going to use the example also that is here, and that's it. And you can see that it's working. So as this is working, I am going to show the alert. You will see. I will make like a button to execute the function, and after that, I will show the alert. Okay? Let's go and make a button here, and let's make it info. It can be info button. And how do I know the code that is behind that? Well, to be honest, there are many ways, but as I know the web development tool, uh, I just copy here, you can copy, and that's it. And I paste it here. And I am going to make an execute the test, for example. And now let's make here an on click. And after the on click, I am going to execute the function, which is this one, and I am going to pass a parameter, which is this one. And that's it. And there is also something that is very good to do, at least in my opinion. It is to specify that the thing that you are executing is JavaScript on the on click. Why? Because sometimes as a developer, I got with some problems, not with my functions, but with HTML, because it didn't recognize my function execution. I didn't know why. But when I added that little thing on there, JavaScript, and I put that dot, it worked perfectly. So let's go. Let's go and see it working. Okay. Let's make an space here. Let's do it with like in the old school way. And so let's go and see. Here's the console. Here is the website. Just like Traversing Media likes to do it. And now I'm going to execute the test, and we probably got an error or something like that, but it is not being executed. As I told you before, sometimes JavaScript does not execute. I don't know why. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I know what is happening. The thing is that I have to console log here. Console the log. Sorry. And okay, let me see. What is the problem now? Let me see. Actually, we have here. If I put it on here, it executes. If I'm not wrong, yeah. Uh, Apparently, still the problem is with the button. I think that this. I don't know. Let me see. On click enable to JavaScript function. This is something very simple, but uh, as developer that I am, you know, sometimes we have to look for those things that are still simple. You don't have never to be like embarrassed for looking something like that. Okay, that's very common. And as you can see, I was doing it actually well. I mean, I don't see the error here. The problem could be, you know why? You know what? That I am passing I am passing a parameter. So for us to avoid that problem, we're gonna have to use more JavaScript, which is kind of more advanced, but it's not like a big deal for real. We're gonna make an ID here, and this is executed button, and we're gonna put it here, document dot query selector um, executed button that add event listener, just like you see here. Click, and after that we put the operation, the 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 function, sorry, and let me see, and that's it. I think that it will work. That was all. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, it is uploading. It says null on add event listener. Sorry, I forgot to put the hash symbol. Says that minimum operations is not a function. Um, it is because it is an arrow function. The arrow functions are very common on what is called React, but we are not using React, so it's okay if we make it like if it was a normal function. Okay, so now it should work, and there you have it. It's working, but it works before I click on the button, which is something that I don't like. But to be honest, I can just leave it like that, because for the moment, remember, we are solving the problem. We have always to be focused. In the life, we have to be always focused. If we are not focused, we are like a, I don't know, like a dove without any direction on life, and that's not good. We have to be focused to have a purpose. And my purpose is not making a website for the moment. We can even continue working with this website in the next challenge. So, and that's it. Let's copy this here. I can explain to you that, but I think that I have explained to you actually pretty much for the moment. So let's just go here and paste this here, and that's it. This could work, I think. It can work with the console log or without it. Let's. I think that it std out output. Yes, as you can see, I have checked, and I have now that when you use the console log on those problems, the result is always wrong. Do you know why? Because they are expecting you to return something. What is the difference returning and using the console log? The difference is just that the console log is supposed to be on the console, but the return can be used even in the same code. I mean, it's something that can be passed through other things. That's why that on test cases we have to use return and not console log. So we have passed. Let's go and make a submit here. And there we have it. We have beat 66.67% of users, which is very huge. So bye bye. God bless you a lot. And remember, we have also another stream that is going out. Actually, those videos that you are seeing are very, very old, but today I'm going to make a modification of that website. So, bye bye.